Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Majestix Heroclix podcast. If you like our content, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. If you're interested in learning more about the Bronze Age format and the Majestix Open Series, please check out openseries.majesticsccg.com. Also, if you want to learn about Heroclix strategies, tactics, and lists from the game's top players, please visit majesticsccg.com/apex-insiders. Lastly, if you're looking for Heroclix singles, please visit our eBay stores at stores.ebay.com/MajestixHeroclix and stores.ebay.com/ClicksCollective. All the links for everything I just talked about is below in the description. And again,
oh my God,
bullshitting around. Oh, Aaron Constant Morgan liked your link.
Yeah.
Is he one of the judges?
Yeah.
Fuck him. I won't say that. That's just harsh.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say. Okay, so fine, man. That's fine.
I'll go into it, and
we'll get into it.
Yeah,
like when after we fluff ourselves up.
Exactly. All right. My name is Jeff, and as always, my co-host Patrick.
What's up, everybody?
How you doing?
Looks like we had a pretty good weekend.
It was great, man. I had a lot of fun competing.
Yeah, me too. I know the last couple weeks we were kind of, criticizing them, whatever. But to their credit, we said they did a better job last week's on Sunday, whatever. This week was definitely much smoother. Of course, it still took like 8 hours or whatever.
Yeah,
but definitely significantly down from 12. That's not nothing. It's not trivial, but also when you're at 0, anything is better than 0. So if you want to look at it from that perspective, but if you want to look at it from half glass full or glass half full, then yes, then there's a significant improvement. So
it's still a long day, man. I had to focus a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Luckily, no one really came in, so I was able to focus. But I was here like at 8:30 our time on a Saturday and Sunday, which is like
early for you.
For me, yeah, for me, because we don't even open until noon,
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna be here, but we got third. It's not. I felt like maybe. Well, you know what. We got swept, so it didn't matter if you won your game, because I think Adam just had obviously the weakest team out of all of us, but also because he helped us with the most, so that's why we're giving him all the credit. I think we have to note that. Okay, first let's get this out of the way. Congratulations to 4 Points Gaming.
Ooh, good job, guys. That's an incredible run.
They're they're the standard bearer basically of the competitive scene. They've been around forever. And it would have been nice if we got to play them in the finals, because it would have been a rematch of the 2014 championships.
Ooh.
Because it was we played them. Adam reminded me that was top 4 because you played against us in the finals. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. We did. But we played 4 Points in the top 4. And it was Apex Predator versus 4 Points. So I saw that on the bracket. I was like, oh, we could play them again, but alas, it wasn't going to be because Phoenix Nest was
took us out.
Yeah, but they won with Isaac playing Fantastic Four, which I think that's going to be kind of the new archetype that people are going to be following because it's really good. Rob played a similar version. All right, it's just that Rob didn't do the switching of everybody, but Isaac does. So I wonder how much that actually affects if you actually change guys. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if they how much they do.
Getting
change.
The points right is really difficult.
Yeah, it's tricky, right?
Because it's all funky, and it looked like Isaac was playing some of that at lower points.
Yeah.
So it gave him a little more wiggle room to get that right combination, switching in and out. Excuse me. But yeah, they both did really well.
Yeah, and then Matt Esbrook played Darkseid, which is clearly the weakest of the 3 teams because it's really soft to Black Widow. And surprisingly, soft to Onslaught. If anybody watched the stream, dude, oh, it was beautiful. Anybody watch the top 8? You'll see how you could beat Darkseid if you're playing Onslaught or just a team like Onslaught, I guess. And then who was the Scott? Scott was playing a Jason Vulture team. So
I think it's the same team.
Yeah, the same team that he played, that he won like the last states, and then he played last week, I think, as well. But they beat Phoenix Nest in the finals. PJ was playing Robots. Lucas was playing Immortal Hulk. Kind of, that's his signature. And then Joseph was playing his bullshit. God, I'm telling you, man, that team is disgusting. I cannot wait for like Baby Groot to be on the map. Because I'm tired of like Adam and Micron and all kinds of shit just
popping over
and just like beating the shit out of me, you know. Our games are really good. We played twice. It was really fun, and I don't know. Like I will say, he gets a bad rap. I think maybe it's because we go back and we're friends and we have like a big mutual respect for each other, and like I really respect his game. He's really good. You know, I hate to say this, but I have a losing record against him. But he's really good. Well, now I do because he beat me twice this weekend. But like he was very, I don't know. He wasn't, to me. He wasn't being kind of shady. He wasn't moving too fast. Whatever. In fact, he was keeping track of my hits and misses, so that he would remind me to like, oh, you can troublemaker, you could trouble her. I'm like, well, if you're supposed to be like this shady guy, you would never like keep track of my stuff like that.
Dude, that's like
that's crazy, right?
That's gamesmanship right there.
Yeah, that's big time, because he'd be like, oh yeah, that's a, and he goes, oh, you did crit hit. So you can, he's like, oh, so you can troublemaker. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Thanks. I was like, geez, you know, or like, oh, that's 3 times. You could call someone. I was like, yeah, okay. And I was like, okay, you know, and then, you know, he would always double check, like, did we do this? Did we do that? And I was like, okay, you know, like one of the things I think that we, well, I kind of knew this, but I don't know if because he was actually kind of surprised. Like, oh, I didn't realize that, was that if there's no wound on the map, you just go through a stop click.
Yep.
So I just killed him through the stop with like a TK attack, and it's weird. It's worded weird, right? Because it just says stop.
Yeah.
But then if you read the following part, it just
only
says
if there's
don't
a wound
stop.
token.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, it just says like it doesn't even say stop only if a wound token. It just says stop, and then it says do not stop if there's no, like it's just this long superfluous sentence when the stop should literally just say stop, but only if there's a wound token. That's it.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's it.
Make it simple.
You make it simple, but then there's like, it says do not stop turning the dial due to stop if there's, you know, it's like this weird long sentence. But anyway, yeah, he beat me pretty bad. Well, I don't know if it was pretty bad. Both games was close, but he beat me where I only had like a Valerian on the map and he had like Jason and Valerian and someone else. So it's like, yeah, but it's not close either because it's still a Micron, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you think about it, it's like Micron, Jason, and Valeria. That's still like 100, you know, like 150
half
points.
the team.
Yeah, something like that. But if you think about it, like everything else is dead. But you played Black Widows, and I think to note that Adam built all of our teams.
He did.
And he worked like endlessly on all of our positioning and go look at the rooms, and this is how you defend against this is how you do that. And then he tested with us. Like he helped me a lot because I could not. I know he helped you a lot more than me because you actually played with him a lot. You know, I played with you a few times, but you played with him a lot more, and so he helped you like really hone the team.
Yeah.
But how he helped me the most was because I'm always really busy at the store, and I would just at the end of the night I would go look at the rooms, and he would send me like kind of like my homework
screenshots.
Yeah, you're seeing. He'd be like, usually just like wall of text, like this is so against this, and he has like little diagrams, and then you look on the room, and he's like, this is how you position against a Vulture team. This is how you position against a Batman team. This is how you move. Yeah. Like all that stuff.
You got to break out.
Yeah, and then I was like, and then I would, if I had a question, I would message him, and he's like, answer right away, and like that helped me a lot because, you know, other than the few times I tested in store against other people, I didn't test online that much.
Yeah.
Because the people like Alyssa would come and she helped me, like the Baragons, they came and helped me. You know, I was playing, you know, I thought I was doing pretty well, but also I think they probably didn't know how to like really handle Onslaught Vulture, but I mean, not many people do because who plays Onslaught Vulture that much?
It's a good combo.
But yeah, and I was just like, okay, this is a weird team. But then when I was like, okay, this is actually really good.
There's a lot of synergy.
Yeah, there's so much stuff in there. And then the more and more I played, the more I unlocked and leveled up. But like the funny thing was, I didn't know what my maps were or my troublemakers were until game 1, because I was looking for Vulcan to penetrate poison. I'm like, oh, he's not there. I'm like, okay, well, where's Grodd? Oh yeah, that's right, he's using Grodd. Okay, so what do I got? You know what I mean? So
gave Adam all the best troublers.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, and I'm like, well, at least I got Flash. I don't have Firestorm. Okay, yeah, sure, I guess. And Flash's weakness is sidestep.
Oh my god.
Well, everybody has sidestep. Like almost everything that I run into has sidestep, so he sucks against them.
Oh my god.
He can't actually like attack them, because I'm like, so what if I want to hit their Valeria? Oh wait, so you're a 20. Okay, I'm not calling him in. Like if there's any kind of even if there's like a Tri-Sentinel or Dark Phoenix, I can't hit.
Oh my god.
Because they're +2, right? So it's funny, but yeah, that's why I was like, oh man.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it was weird because I didn't know what maps we had, and he was just telling me you just got to pick that. I was like unprepared, but just the power of the team, and I went 5-3 total with all the games, and I think. Okay, so the last game we played, which was the last round, I don't think I could have beaten Josafa unless he got extremely unlucky, and it had to be a combination of him getting super unlucky, and I had to get lucky. Like the one chance I had on him to turn the tide to maybe pull out the win, and I think I maybe could have won if this happened. But it was a sick move if I got it, and I think he was wondering why I didn't do the Magneto Voop thing yet, because once Vulture hit all of his guys, I called in Black Manta. And then Black Manta's effect is when he hits, you can choose one, either make a water or you place the guy next to him, right? Well, if I hit that 7, or no 6, because I perplex down. If I hit that, I get to place Micron next to Black Manta, which means Valeria sees him, pings him.
Oh shit.
And then now I can Magneto sees him, pings him.
Ping him again.
Valeria can spin, ping him. 2 damage turns into 5.
Jeez.
If I did that, I kill Micron, and then he doesn't have an attacker anymore, because his only attackers left are Adam, who's not that much of an attacker. He can be, but he's not. Jason, who already used both of his guys, so he's like useless. And then Valeria. And then on my end, I would have had Vulture, top click, Magneto, Valeria, and I still have Claire.
Yeah,
and he has Duke Thomas still. So all that's gone, but
that would have been one hell of a game.
Yeah, it would have been nice. So instead, he rolls a super senses, so I don't get to do that trick, and then he just kills Black Manta, and then runs over and kills Vulture, because now Micron is still on the top click.
Yeah, jeez.
And that's doing like 5 damage. It's like outwit, 5 damage, empower, like you're just dead. Like, okay. Well, or not empowered, just like perplex. He just like went all to damage, because what happens was he put everyone next to Vulture, which means Duke Thomas gives him like a +2 or 3. So it's like ends up being like a 13 on 18 or 14 on 18, something like that.
It's not gonna miss.
And it's not gonna miss, right? So he just goes close combat expert, all to damage, perplex damage. So he's doing 6. So if he hits, he's one-shotting him.
Oh my god.
But if he doesn't get that super senses, his Micron's gone. So now he has no way to kill Vulture.
Yeah, a 2/3 chance of hitting.
Because Micron or Adam is also in the back. So it's not like he can run up and hit him, because he's going to have to get carried over. And he doesn't do enough damage because he's only doing 2. So that was a chance. That was like that was like my only out. But yeah. I mean, still, it was tough. But then the other one that I lost was to him in the Swiss, and that's because I got greedy and I didn't move my prob up. That was completely my. Remember, I was telling you, I was like,
yeah,
dude, it was a 14 on 17s, 3 guys, and a 14 on 18, 1 guy. And I was like, I can roll 4s. And of course, my first attack I rolled a 3, and I don't get that. So I don't continue
The charge.
So it's the charge chain because I had to use the flurry on him instead of killing 2 guys in 1 flurry attack to proc 2
extra charges. Yeah.
Because the 2 charges would have gotten me to the other side of the map to get his other 2 guys that were hiding because he split his guys up against them. And because of that, he retails with Phoenix, hits with Wendigo instead of having all of them dead and just having the team, right?
Yeah.
I think I win at that point. But even then, I get greedy because I attack later on. I attack with Magneto. And I remember thinking in my mind, maybe I should just use his ability to voop somebody. So that because he had one Wendigo was on the last click.
Yeah.
And all I have to do is just port him over because Valeria's there.
Ping.
But I wanted to save it for someone else. So what I did was I attacked Wendigo first. Crit miss, prob with onslaught, crit miss. So then,
I remember you telling me. I was like, oh my
Magneto
God.
dies, so I don't even get a trouble alert for my I don't even get compensated for it, like, because I can't, like, if I crit miss, fine. Yeah. But if it's not on a 1-click guy, that's
okay.
even worse.
But
you know what I mean?
Yeah, he dies.
So then he dies, so I didn't get to do it, and then I even told Josafa, I was like, I don't even get to do the trick with Valeria and Magneto, and he's like, I know, I was wondering why you attacked first. I said, because I got greedy. And he's like, I know, man. I know how it feels. Happens, but I was like, I don't know. And I remember thinking I should just use this first, just the off chance that I go crit miss, right? Like, what are the low? So that's so low of a percentage, but that is something that can happen, and that was my fault completely for not taking that into account, right?
Yeah, going for the free damage instead of the.
Yeah, I should have just done that first, so that it's 100% happens, and then if the crit miss happens, at least I got something out of it. But I didn't, and that bit me in the ass. And he did it, so I did that twice in the game where I got greedy. So that just shows I'm kind of like out of practice, because the thoughts came into my mind, but I just didn't act on it because of such the low chance. But then, of course, at this level, if that happens, it's a domino effect because your opponent is a high level player too. He's going to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and he did.
Yeah, he did. And then the other one was I don't know how to play an Ancient Hold, so I got my ass kicked. I didn't get my ass kicked. I mean, I lost. But I just couldn't
playing against?
Cosmic Team with Captain Marvel and Starro.
Oh, yes, I heard about that.
Oh God, it was just frustrating because damn doors. I kept going. Oh, he was like, you can't see because that's a door. Oh yeah. Well, I guess I got to go through the door, and so like my TK lines are bad with onslaught, so I have to like waste attacks.
Yeah,
I'm like breaking, and then he just because of that, it gave him enough time to TK Marvel and run through my team, ping onslaught, and he just goes, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go after onslaught." Crit hit Blades dead after the ping. So he goes crit hit Blades dead, and then knockback for 3 on Valeria because the knockback happened. Knockback into the wall dies. Dies.
Like if it wasn't a crit hit, you would at least had a chance for super senses.
Super senses,
like right,
also,
at least a chance.
But also, I don't die on the blades because I don't take the extra damage of the. So like the 4 turns into 5. So I'm dead. And I was like, wow. I was like, well, that sucks. Surprisingly enough, I put up a fight. Like he didn't kill anything else. Because I actually used the terrain to move around, but I just couldn't. I killed everything except for Starro and Captain Marvel. So I killed 100 points because he had it's 105 and 100, right? Or 95 and 100. So I killed them, but then he killed Onslaught, Valeria, and I'm sorry, it's Onslaught, Valeria, and he killed Magneto and Ross. Oh, yeah, so I still had Vulture and Claire.
Yeah.
And Vulture was still beastly because he still has the Arc arms.
Oh yeah.
I was taking shots, I just didn't happen. And then luckily the door actually helped me because I stepped through the door, even though I'm still I'm next to Captain Marvel, but I sidestep to the door, and because they're not next to each other, I get to support with Claire. So I went back up, but then we just ran out of time because it's like he really doesn't have to do anything else because as long as because his Captain Marvel was like on the second click, so she didn't have any She didn't have the thing anymore. And Starro, like there was no way I was gonna kill Starro. I was like, just no way.
Yeah,
So
I'm surprised to see a star.
yeah,
Honestly,
I know.
it's
Yeah.
good. Good. I'm glad people are bringing him back.
But yeah, that was that game. And then yeah, I thought that was fun, man. I definitely I liked how they did the dials. That was
Yes.
again, Alex Coos, Jesus, that's amazing. After actually playing it and trying it out, like, dude, this guy's amazing.
I was having some trouble trying to find the right click, but because it kept going too far or not enough, and I have to go and check. But like once you get it going, it's so much easier because I had to zoom in on my figure. I don't have to go to the realms and look.
Right. You just have to press Z and you're like, there it is. Yep.
I'm like, all right, I know what my special powers are.
And you went 7-1. So
yeah, boy.
This is the I'm coming out. I want the world to know. But it's probably not meant to be that way. But it's like a different context of that song. But yeah, it's Jeff coming out. It's the coming out party.
So this is my first national event.
Yeah.
It's like my first,
dude,
big,
that was awesome, dude. Event. And I remember you were all, and then, so you made me look really good. So I'm really, so like there's some benefit to me, but like I'm really proud of you because you bugged the shit out of me about like wanting to test and play all the time.
Yeah, every day.
I'm always like, so when I feel bad when I can't because like I want to help, but I'm just like, dude, I'm just swamped. If I don't have like somebody to help me, then I have to just do all myself. But if I do, then I can. But 7-1, losing only the last round. And
beast mode, man. I was feeling good. I was dialed in.
And
dude, all that practice with Adam paid off, and I got practice with some of my local guys.
And then you when you told Adam this is your first event, what did he say?
He said, "Well, Pat vouched for you. You should be fine."
Yeah. And then I'm like, "Yeah, 7-1 later."
Dude,
that's right, Adam. I know talent when I see it.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I got to meet some new cool people that I hadn't met before. I got to play some of the guys in our crew.
Ben Crawler.
Yeah, I got to play Ben Crawler.
He beat Ben Crawler.
He was playing the Undying Immortal Hulk version team.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? We were joking that last week that Adam was going to carry us.
Dude, right? I know, right?
And it actually was the opposite because he went 2-6.
He did go 2-6.
And remember, I said you should play the Vulture team, man, because like you're just going to go undefeated with it. But he's like, "What are you going to play?" I'm like, "I'll play something. Justice League." I was fine playing Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I get it's more. But he did, it's like we're well positioned like this. We all played, this, but I think maybe the Hellfire. He did get a little. I think, although I did see him post a lot on our little chat, was him making all of these little mistakes. He was like, I just missed all position area, little thing like that. And I'm like, that's what's preventing him sometimes from like going to that next levels, because that's why he's like 1-7 against Richard, because he's like little mistakes that Richard's capitalizing on. And now it's making Richard think that he sucks because he's 1-7 against him.
It's true. But how many national titles does Adam have?
Exactly. I know he's got 2. Oh my God.
I know. So a lot of the work I did with Adam was with the team was one of the tricks that we had.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam was working with Jay Solomon, the Rockhead judge, and Anthony as a Barnstable, right?
Barnstable.
Who's an assistant rules arbitrator for WizKids on a ruling to make sure that the team was okay, and it makes the team work. So what the trick is, I'll get into it, is that I have the Iron Avengers map bonus, and I assign it to I choose 001 Widow. I get to roll for the map bonus. It's assigned to the character. It's an effect from the map that the character has.
Mm-hmm.
So she switches out to 005 or whichever one. 009 does her thing, smokes before she goes, and then 001 comes in, still has the map bonus effect,
but no token.
With no token, so she gets to roll for it again. Adam was working with them for 2-3 weeks, making sure it's fine. So we went to the event. I went 5-0.
It's fine.
Swiss rounds, right?
Top 16, fine.
Top 16, fine. Top 8, fine. I'm in the middle of my top 4 match, and I do my trick maybe halfway through, right? Like we were into the match by the time I was like hey guys, this shit just happened. And I get yelled at by a judge. You can't do that. I'm like, I can't play Smoke Cloud? What? That's what I was in the middle of doing.
Did your opponent say something?
Lucas didn't say anything. No, he just, why would he?
Oh, maybe he was like, can you do that?
He asked the day before, and I explained it to him, and he's like, okay, that makes sense. And then, yeah, so it was Chad. I don't remember his last name.
Chad Birdsall.
Came in. He was the one that yelled at me. And said, I can't do that. I'm like, what do you mean I can't do that? I was like, I talked with Jay yesterday. Like, this has been fine for weeks. Anthony came in and explained it because Jay couldn't. Yeah, Jay, so I did have to call a judge in on Saturday to help explain to my opponent because, you don't want to trust your opponent to tell you the rules, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, let's just have him come in. They'll explain it. Jay pops up real fast. I'm like, hey. He's like, what's up? I'm like the Adam rolling with the map. He's like, oh, I hate Adam Friedman to the bottom of my heart. To the bottom of my heart. I'm like, okay.
Okay, so
just explain it to him, man. Like, we're good. He's like, well, it just works. Let me go get Anthony to explain it. And Anthony's, I hate Adam Friedman with the bottom of my heart. So much hate towards Adam. He's such a nice guy.
Oh my god.
And then lawyer, he basically he's like, yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, fuck, Adam got us. And then middle of my top 4 match, we'll go back to that. Yeah, Chad's like, you can't do that. I'm like, hey, head judge yesterday said this is fine. I'm like, all right, I disagree with you.
Top 8.
Yeah, I was like, I disagree with you. I want to take this up to the head judge. Mm-hmm. And he brings Aaron
Constantine Morgan, yeah.
Yeah. I take it he's not the head judge.
Oh, that's Jay. Jay's the head judge.
Yeah.
He should be the head judge.
So, all right. So how I would imagine if there's a head judge and other judges,
right,
and I challenge a call, would you go to another judge or would you go to the head judge?
The head judge is that's like the judge. That's the final say. Like for us, you go to Alex, like the floor judge, whoever, me, you. But if Alex is the head judge and they appeal to him and whatever he says will go because that's it. Even if let's say he's wrong, for example, which he's rarely ever wrong. But let's just say the head judge is wrong. For that tournament, that's how it's going to be ruled so that it's consistent, so that it's not changing every round and people are confused. Going forward, the next event, then they can change it. But for that, it has to be that way. And I'll explain how this applies to other games and sports. Go ahead.
So Anthony comes in, tries to read something out of the rulebook. I'm like, I'm not understanding what you're saying. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Or it was kind of incoherent because he kept breaking up. And then I got out of him that the ruling came from above rock, and that's just how it is. I'm like,
to me, that's such a cop out, dude.
I'm like, so I'm super frustrated, super flustered. My whole focus and game plan goes out the game. I go into like auto defense mode, and it was the wrong defense mode, obviously, because Lucas came in and pushed my shit in real hard and killed one of my widows and Pepper or Happy the next turn. And yeah, I think the game was pretty much over after that.
Yeah. I mean, the silver lining is Adam and I both lost. So even if you did win, now if one of us won, then I think we fight the hell out of that. You know what I mean? But
because that's like, dude, that really disrupted my game. Like,
yeah, for sure.
And I messaged Jay today, like, because I had some time to calm down, collect myself. I was like, hey man, this is what happened yesterday. Explain what happened. And he's like, oh, I didn't hear about it till after. And we talked about it, and he's like, yeah, it doesn't work that way. I'm like, okay, can I get clarification? And when did this ruling come in? I never found that out. They won't tell me. And they pointed to something in the rulebook that said lost. I'm like,
well,
you're not explaining anything to me. He's like, the final thing I got from him is that a rules explanation is going to come out in the forums.
But you know what? The problem now is they were very inconsistent with how their ruling was, because it was fine all the way up until the top 4. Why?
Dude, what the fuck changed? And why?
All of a sudden, yeah.
Why are not all the judges on the same page?
Exactly.
Or informed about everything?
And so if the head judge is Jay, he should be the final say. If he said that's how it works, then you say, okay, well then going forward, like next week, it'll be different. But for now, because there's nothing in the rules, the win or the rule book that says you can't do that, right? They're just doing it because, and that's sad, because if that's the case, then at any given time they can just change the rule in the middle of a game, in the middle of a match of like the finals or something, and that's horseshit. Number one,
dude, you remember how mad I was? I was like, this is
now let's say, okay, this is your first event.
It is.
We did really well, but if this happened to you in round 2, the impression that you're going to have for the event is going to be a sour one, and then you're not going to want to play in the next one because they're not consistent with the ruling.
No, I know.
Now, let me explain how this applies to other sports, other games that have judges, referees, whatever. In baseball, it's a very subjective. It's supposed to be objective where the strike zone is, let's say. But if the umpire says, I'm going to call this, if it's on the outside corner, if it's right here, I'm going to call that. If they do this in the first inning, he goes, I'm going to call this a strike from here on out. You as the pitcher, you as the hitter, have to know, okay, that's how he's going to call it. So then I have to be prepared. That's how it's going to be for the rest of the game. So then you have to adjust, right? So you have to be, okay, this is how it is for the rest of the game. What happens is, if, like, let's say in the 5th inning, he changes it and says, now that's a ball, then what you'll end up seeing is the pitcher or the batter, whatever, the hitter, whichever one it benefits or it hurts, will start arguing. And then that's when you see, like, they'll start fighting and arguing, and then someone gets tossed because it's not being consistent. Because if that was for 5 innings, that's a strike, and now that's a ball. You set the precedent. That's how it is. If you want to make that, if you want to say, hey, you know what, that's supposed to be a ball, I just messed up, do that the next time. But you set the precedent of how it is, because that's how everybody's already playing the game. And in Heroclix, it's even worse, because if your team functions a certain way,
dude, and he cleared this for weeks before.
Yeah, and they say it's fine, and then the spring, no, it doesn't, then you're just screwed, because you're like, well, then what? You said this worked, and now it doesn't? And it'd be one thing if they told you at the beginning, hey, man, this is not how it works, so we'll give you time to change.
Or in between rounds.
This is top 4.
In the middle of my fucking match.
In the middle of the game, right?
Yeah. Like,
yeah. And so also, like, if you want to look at this in basketball terms, there would be some things that they would call as a foul and some they don't. If they say, if you put the elbow in the back and you do that anytime, I'm gonna call that a foul. Then anytime you do that, they're gonna call the foul. Then they have to say, okay, that's how you're gonna call it this game, so don't do it. But if you start doing that and they don't call it a foul, then those are gonna start fighting. And that's just kind of like what happens here. It's like, hey man, you said it was this, and now it's this. So
it feels so unprofessional.
Yeah, for sure, because it's supposed to be a high level event, right? That's supposed to be.
Apparently, not all the judges are on the same page.
Yeah,
because if Jay and Anthony are like cool with it, why are Chad and Aaron not? And apparently Jay was unavailable for the ruling, even though no one asked for a ruling.
I think that's some.
And then they went to some WizKids head judge. They said,
no, man. I think that's like
no one asked for a judge. Why all of a sudden was there this rule change in the middle of my match when no one? Because I looked, there's no judge calls.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. And I still have no explanation of why it doesn't work. And
then there was that's just one of the things, right? Like, you and this is what happens when you piss off Jeff. He starts doing some sleuth work here.
So I was, casually scrolling through the feeds because, I was bored. And apparently Isaac and Matt both have Supermans on their sidelines in round 1 and in the finals.
Do you have show the pics?
I can pull up give me a second to pull up YouTube.
That's you have the picture, you have the screenshots already, right?
No, this is on Mr. Clixo's live stream.
Oh, but didn't you took those screenshots?
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you sent. That's how I found out about it.
Oh yeah, maybe they saved to my phone.
Well, just look on the messenger, right? And then just blow it up.
Dang, so smart, Patrick. Messenger. Let's find you.
Um,
Okay.
I told Aaron about it, and I said, you know what, it's probably a simple mistake on your end, but you guys need to probably get in front of it before other people start looking at it and be like, hey man, things like this aren't, that's not cool, because it's gonna look shady.
Yeah. So
Because we all know how much WizKids loves Isaac, and how much they want to promote him.
So if you guys can see my screen, it doesn't look like I can zoom in anymore. Open image. Let's look at that. Oh, here we go. Boom. All right. So this is Isaac in the finals. That looks like a Superman to me, right?
That's a Superman. That is definitely Superman.
Okay. So let's go to this one. This is Matt Esbrook in the finals.
And there's a Superman.
Yeah, like that, dude, I was barely even paying attention and I caught that.
Right.
And then earlier in one of the games, they had a random 3x3 WWE ring just chilling in the middle of the ring. Where's it at? There it is. Yep. 3x3 WWE ring. And this is like 10, 15 minutes into the match.
This was in the game?
Yeah, like they were commentating on this match about how Esbrook's losing and how Darkseid is going to take all this penetrating damage.
A 3x3 ring, and okay, see that, and it's like in their, and that's crazy that it's on their, it's like it's the 4 points guys. I don't know. I'm not saying that they did anything shady, but like the level of the judges, or the level where they have to write these things off.
So yeah, if they're critiquing me this hard for something that's legal, why aren't they catching this shit?
Yeah. I agree. This was on stream?
Yes.
Nobody said anything about the 3x3 WWE ring?
No.
Not even the people watching?
I didn't see any comments about it. And later on, it gets moved up, like where it's half off map and on the map some, so...
Okay, well, that...
Like they move it to try and get line of fire? I don't know.
I mean, look, this is what happens when you open up a can of worms like that, because then now you're like, okay, well then if that's the thing, then what about this? What about this? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
if you don't do that, if they don't do that, then this probably doesn't happen. But I mean, I think that's wrong that they did it. They did all that. And B, and I don't want to hear this. If anybody said, well, there's all, what the excuse is. Well, they have a lot of things to do. I don't give a shit. It's your fucking job.
Yeah.
Your job is supposed to be like, your one job is to make sure everything is legal and everything is Highlander, whatever. If you mess up, that's 100% your fault, because you set the guidelines that everybody follows. And if everybody follows except for one, you need to at least make that change. Now, maybe it didn't make a difference at all. Let's say they didn't call in Superman at all. Fine. But the point is, if this is going to be that high level, we have to hold them to a higher standard.
Can't have mistakes.
Because they represent, at this point, you're representing WizKids.
Dude, Kenny was there. Apparently, they were going to the WizKids head judge because they couldn't get to Jay.
Yeah.
So the WizKids is ingraded in this.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that sucks that happened. Like I would be.
Dude, I got a sour taste in my mouth from it.
Yeah. For sure, man. Yeah, I I can imagine if we didn't top 16, how much more angry you would be. Like if let's say it happened. What if it happened in the elimination round and then we lost because of that ruling in round 5?
Oh, dude.
And we don't get in.
Dude, I would have been like, what the fuck?
Like the only reason why it's okay, like it's not okay, but the only reason why you're not like flipping the table and like jamming the camera in your eye or whatever is
I got some cool pricing.
Is that we got pricing. So,
Yeah. But like like Adam and I worked on why it's okay. Like he explained it to me. I understand why it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And no one can explain to me why it's not.
The thing that's kind of disheartening was Adam was just like, I was like, hey man, you're not like, you should be more, he's like, that's wrong. But he wasn't like, outraged like we were, right?
Yeah.
And then and this I think this is a greater what this says something greater about them as a whole, like the organization as a whole. Is he says this has been going on for years, and I'm just so jaded that nothing will be done about anything, that I've just grown to accept it. I'm like, wow. So
Dude,
you've just
where's my flash guy?
so you're just giving up, like you're just giving up that, like he just has like no he has just no confidence in that anything will be done
Properly.
to properly rectify this situation, that because it's just the way it's always been. That's so sad. I think that's so sad.
Yeah, it's like how are people just so okay with just being fucked over over and over again?
Yeah, and that's 2 days of us spending our time doing that, and that sucks, man.
It was an interesting experience, man. Like I said, the unprofessionalism, like people don't respect Jay because when he got on to try and talk, like they were just harassing him. But in response to that, he did threaten them with physical violence. So I do understand kind of the lack of respect in that aspect, because if you're gonna go and be like head judge running shit, like look, this is how it is.
You know what? And I think it's because they look at him as just like one of the guys, one of the players, as opposed to someone as a figure, as a authority figure. If people look, because I'll tell you this much, no one is giving Alex lip.
Yeah,
no one, because Alex carries himself more professionally, because he is his regular, his day job is
bodyguard.
He's a bodyguard. No, head of security. Okay. He's a head of security at a restaurant / club, like nightclub music, like live music place. So he's constantly having to deal with basically idiots all night long, drunk idiots. So he always has to keep a cool, calm, so that they look at him as a authority figure, so they don't just like, hey buddy, what's going on? I could get away with this because I could call you an asshole and you're not going to do anything. Alex will kick you out, right? So he carries that same kind of demeanor when he makes rulings.
Yeah, like you got to be okay wearing different hats. Exactly. And represent that hat well.
Yeah, and if you're gonna be a person of authority, of power, you have to carry that kind of air about you, so that people will. It's kind of like, the respect my authority, like the Cartman thing. You have to command that kind of respect, and I feel like, with Jay, you're right. It doesn't. There's a lot of joking around, but when I look at something as a high level world championship, national championship level thing, there has to be a level of professionalism that needs to be followed. Yeah, and I made sure that when I was the head judge of the Rock from 2017, 2018, when Alex and I were there, I made sure that we were professional. It's like, hey, don't engage in some banter with them in game and stuff like that. Just like answer their stuff, but don't be like we're just boys. Kind of like, how I always say, you don't want to run your store like a game club. You want to run it like a store. You don't want to run a high level event like a casual tournament that you're playing with your boys. You want to run it like I was saying, you don't want to make it feel, maybe I'm wrong and they just look at it differently in different parts, but you can't make it look like a family cookout when you're running a high level event, when people are taking it for serious, when there's a lot of things at stake. You have to be
a lot of pricing, money.
Yeah, you have to be very, you don't let things slide. Everything's got to be like by the book, so that there's nothing that can say about like the event being kind of like biased or whatever. So,
but that was my experience of my first nationals, guys. I had a great record, and the judges took me over in the end.
Well, at least we went down fighting, or at least you did. At least you did.
I needed what? I think Steve told me I needed one more 8, and I would have came back against Lucas in that final one.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, and all it would have been was we didn't get swept. That would have been the saving grace. We don't get swept.
I tried, guys. I tried.
But,
It took me like 5-10. So the one time I did get on camera or on the feed is when they came back to me after Lucas just came in and like annihilated my team. I was like, well, thanks for showing me getting cleaned up, guys. I appreciate it.
Whatever. If anything, dude, you know what? You should write a tournament report because 7-1 is really good, and I believe that team is probably one of the teams to beat going forward in the format right now.
Depends if the map trick works.
No, I was talking to Adam. You don't have to do the map trick. You can still alternate. You could just do it alternate. You just can't do it in the same turn. So what you would do is you would do the same shifting focus thing.
Mm-hmm.
You just do it on turn 2 instead of turn 1. And you just don't do it twice in a turn. You just do it every turn as opposed to every other, right? And he said that's still fine. It's just it's not going to be as broken that you just get a guy every turn. But you can do it every turn.
So funny thing. I did roll like 6 turns in a row, not a single guy.
Yeah, see.
It happens.
So then maybe that's and if you're still winning without it, that means that's just like icing on the cake, right?
Yeah.
Like you might not need that or the cherry on top. You don't need that, but if you get it, it's awesome.
Early game, it's so helpful because I can get objects turn 1. Like that's what it is. But
if not,
late game,
it doesn't even matter. Yeah, you're probably attacking at that point because they're probably up. They're probably up in you.
They can try.
No,
I can defend pretty well.
So that's all right. Well, we can move on to the next thing.
Online national teams 2020.
Oh, and we have just put up the top 4 list real quick before we move on.
Here it is. Let me share the screen.
We have this up on our
so we have a bit of detective work
page.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here's 4 Points Gaming Club winning teams. Pat went over it earlier. And then here's the runners up for the Phoenix Nest. We talked about PJ's robots, Lucas's signature Immortal Hulk, and Joseph's
signature Micron Adam.
Yeah. Hey, look at those Apex Predators.
Oh man, Adam with the awesome Hellfire team.
Yeah. I was like, if you would have played Jason with anything else, he probably would have done better.
Yeah, well, with Vulture, yeah, for sure.
Just anything else. B, me, and Patrick. There's that cool Onslaught Vulture team you guys want to check out. Yeah. And then this is another West Coast crew.
Phoenix Nest. You like how they spell it?
Yeah.
I love it. I said, because they didn't know what team name, and I said, just do Phoenix Nest, but spell it. Because I said, they're probably going to have like 3 or 4 or 5 Phoenix Nest teams. So you might as well write Phoenix Nest, but spell it differently, just to be like weird, just to kind of troll.
When I was talking,
then sure enough, boom.
Lucas for a bit. I was like, yeah, it looks like a lot of people are trolling you guys today. He's like, oh, that happens all the time. I'm like, yeah, cool. And then Alyssa's gone on a crazy winning streak with this team. I just want to throw that out there.
She also went 7-1 with this team.
Dude, nice.
And
B spots.
Yeah, man. This is a Micron. In the 2 Microns in the top 4, might have to price check that guy.
Hey,
of course, there's no. You know what? Valeria isn't on the. There's no Valeria on their team, huh?
Yeah, right here. Rob.
Oh, Rob has. Okay, yeah. So
you
Rob
have it, and then Josafa has it, right?
Yeah.
And then Isaac has it, or is it Scott? Scott has her.
Scott has it. Wow. Yeah. So
no, he has Richards. Oh, I meant to put Von Doom.
It's supposed to be Von Doom.
Yeah, I goofed. My bad. Sorry, guys. It was late.
5 lashes. 5 lashes for the mistake.
Dang. Now you're just teasing me with a good time.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we are looking into the previews next, right?
Yeah. Let me share my screen here.
And luckily for us, HC Realms is up to date.
Whoa. Hey. So we got a lot of the secret identity stuff going on in this set. What do you think about that? I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think for sure it basically gives them. So how it is basically you're getting extra clicks, and you're giving up more points, but you're getting extra clicks of life and powers and whatnot without having to pay for them for your force construction. You're paying for them when they die, but you're not paying for them during force construction. Example, if you look at let's look at 001 Spider-Man, or I'm sorry, Peter Parker. Let's look at Peter Parker, right?
016.
So Peter Parker, see, I like him because he has a problem. So he's 35 points, 4 clicks. And when he dies, instead, you replace him with Secret Identity, click 9. So click, and then when he dies, it's additional 25 points. So it's 60 points, but you click on Spider-Man 001. Let's check that. So he's four clicks plus these 3 clicks. So he's 7 clicks for essentially 60 points when he dies, right? You're giving 35 plus 25. But you're only paying 35 points.
It's really good.
So you're paying 35 points for 7 clicks, but you're giving up 60 when he dies. I think it's interesting to note these secret identities, though. I don't think they have protected pulse wave, do they?
It didn't say it on that
Peter,
one.
Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Okay. So if they get pulse wave, then I guess they die. They just die.
Just die, get the points.
Which means like, okay, fine. You still paid 15 points for what they do, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's still fine for like Mary Jane. You're paying 35 points for Peter Parker's prob and his other ability. I think that's fine. You just get all that extra bonus for free, essentially.
And they're all autonomous, or most of them are.
Oh, is that what they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They are all autonomous. Yeah.
So get a bunch of low point ones, move them around to where you need, and they don't eat up your actions to get your prob into line.
Yeah.
I like
it. That's crazy. Yeah. So like,
RCE.
So this guy, he has yeah, and then so he's 60 points, and then you go to the Venom. I think we'll see a few of these guys. It just gives you more longevity, more playability with your pieces. But I don't. I wonder just how abusive a lot of these things. In Bronze, Chameleon stops all this shenanigans because you just can't be replaced.
Oh my gosh!
So, so they just die. But that'd be funny. If these guys become big.
So what I think is cool is that you get your Peter Parker, who's 35 points. Yeah. And you replace with Spider-Man's 40, but there's other ones that replace with higher point figures that you can now use as call-ins.
Which one? Like, yeah, that's right, because they have higher point. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that was a bad example. 65, you can call.
Well, no, that was a good one because he went from 35 to 40. That's fine.
Yeah. So Eddie right here goes from 35. He can be Venom.
Yeah.
65, you can call it Hawkeye.
Is there another? Is there one that's higher?
Prowler.
Well, I think Mary Jane is one, right? Because Mary Jane goes from 15 to like a lot.
Yeah. Who does she turn into?
Marvel. Iron Man and Shiva. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at them. Marvel is gonna be good. She's 15. No, that's not. We want the bigger ones.
I think I went too far. Where's Iron Man?
But 15 to that, that's like seems pretty good.
It's the same move. And who else can she turn into?
Iron Man.
Iron Man. What number is he?
I feel like it would be.
I
feel like it would be like the common uncommon.
Yeah, maybe it's not up here yet.
Well, the numbers are all there. I feel like they're all there. Or it's a She-Venom, right?
Yeah, Iron Man 60.
60. See, look at that one. That's a big jump. Upgrade. That's a huge jump. From 15 to 60. She-Venom should probably be what?
She-Venom.
But yeah, that's something. So. Yeah. So there you go. I mean, those are big jumps for
Green Goblin 75.
From Norman. Yeah. Let's look at Norman. Look at what's Norman start. Norman's up there, 26.
Thank you. 40.
40. Okay, it's only 25. But the 45-point jump from 15 is that's That's a big difference, I think. But if it's just for the call-ins, the 75, yeah, for sure. Because now you can call in bigger guys.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, for bronze for sure. Although in bronze there's more pulse wave, so I think that could be a problem if they're actually main forcing some kind of pulse wave, if people are playing some kind of pick a power or just Ophidian, I guess, which we saw in a previous video. Ophidian can be played.
Ophidian's good.
So I think those are going to be good. Obviously, all of them have some really good support powers. Like all of them are going to have some kind of like barrier, perplex, prob, outwit.
Leadership, outwit.
They're all gonna have some kind of like, you can't, like, opposing characters can't use this. They can't use you can't use shape change. They can't use super senses, whatever. But I think what's gonna be obviously more played is we're gonna go down to like the. Oh, you know what? Take a look at Spot. He's interesting. Take a look at him. He's
all right. Yet another Sinister 6. When an adjacent friendly character with Sinister Syndicate is given a move action, they replace their speed value with 10. That's cool. Hey there and everywhere. Phasing teleport is free, but half speed.
So moves 5.
It's not bad. I like it. Needs a soul gem so he can carry. Death of 1,000. Say that again.
Space.
Oh, space. You're right. Sorry. Death of 1,000 spots. Flurry. When Spot makes a close attack, he may target an opposing character within 4 squares, regardless of adjacency. When an opposing character targets Spot with a close attack and misses, after resolutions, deal that character 1 damage. Okay.
So what's interesting about this guy is he can hit through walls, which is very thematic.
It's very good.
So if you're like on Ancient Hold, let's say, or like whatever, Reed's Lab or some crap, and there's like a bunch of, and Petunias, where there's a bunch of like doors and windows,
houses, and
he can just go to one side and then just punch you onto the other side, which is kind of cool because I mean it's hard for them to retaliate back to him because he's going to be like 2 walls away, and it's flurry, which is cool, so that means he can hit him twice.
Let's bump those stats up.
Yeah, I think that could be something if because this is a way to get around barrier. Because
50 points.
Yeah, they could get around. You can easily get around barrier with this guy, because you can just punch him through the wall if they try to wall up. He's already phasing, right, for free, and you could TK him, and you could just give him. Can you imagine if you gave him like, hey, let's give him, I don't know, let's say he picks up like a hammer. Then he's charging, so he's phasing half, and then he's charging half, and then he's +2 attack, and he's flurrying. That's pretty good, right? That's like really good.
Okay. So I remember them being a Sinister Syndicate team back a couple years ago. Do you think this guy would be able to fit onto that team?
Absolutely, because Kingpin's ability. Good thing.
Yes, I love that Kingpin.
Kingpin's ability, where they all share. They can share attacks within 8 squares of each other.
Yeah, Sinister adjacent, but they treat everyone within 8 of him adjacent, right?
Yeah, so that means he could be 8 away from Kingpin and still get that 11 attack.
Yeah, so like gives him room to like move in, phase in, charge, like you were saying.
Yeah, and he's low enough points that it's not too much of a investment, right? Mm-hmm. And shoot, he even has outwit just for the heck of it, because like really you're using him for like the flurry, moving, and all that stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, and he has outwit. Oh crap!
All right, so phase in, outwit, and then flurry.
Yeah.
Come on, Doc Ock, where you at?
Dude, it's so good. The main thing is like people that play barrier teams. Like if in bronze you're playing wall, and you're playing like Mattery Ranger and stuff like that. He doesn't care. I'll just hit you behind it. That's kind of cool. And what's interesting is like, if he's able to get knockback, he can like hit them into walls. Ooh. Because he can target the square, I believe, right? It says within 4. Okay, not a square, but within 4 squares. I get it. Regardless of adjacent, yeah. You know what would be cool? What if it said within range? Then Sapphire, here we come.
Gosh, that's true. That's dirty.
Yeah, I think that's cool though. I think he's got some potential, especially even in modern, if the format starts going to that BS, like we're all going to be on Ancient Hold, then this guy could do stuff, because most of the people that are going to be hiding in Ancient Hold are going to be like low click scientists.
Yeah, because they have like 8 of them.
Yeah, and they're all like 3 clicks, and it's simple for this guy to just hit them.
Yeah, and you get some perplex on this syndicate.
It seems pretty easy. So even just a guy with Empower next to him.
Ooh.
But okay. Anything else that you? I mean, let's look at the primes. Is there anything worth playing with the primes?
Scream. So maximum Carnage keyword, plasticity, shape change, codex stuff. Yeah, she's cool. Support is free. Only to target characters with monster.
But that's that's later in the dial though.
Yeah. Leadership for monsters is cool.
Yeah, we have that already with Mole Man. We have that with Groot. Let's see Riot.
Yeah.
Quake. Okay. I feel like these primes are kind of hurt because
they're popular characters.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't think we're not seeing a Punisher War Machine here.
Yeah. Venom Prime.
Yeah. Okay, so this guy probably right because of the
Secret Identity.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. 80 points. Let's call in Green Arrow.
That's a Green Arrow.
my Eddie Brock, who's what, 35? How many points Eddie Brock? 40 points? Number 15?
35.
35? Yeah, it goes to 80 when he dies. Yeah. And then you call in, yeah, let's do it.
Oh my gosh. Spider-Man family. So you can even copy Shield if you call someone in.
That's funny, man. Oh. That's funny. I think that's hilarious, man. I think that's cool. Now that's one where I think that's better than the Mary Jane one, because this is a 55-point increase, not that's 45. Huge.
It eats up your prime slot, but it's worth it.
Yeah, it does. If you're doing that route, then yeah.
Charge, but does not have speed when Venom uses it. After resolutions, deal 1 penetrating damage to each
pretty good
character. Yep.
I actually like that just by playing him in just a regular 80-point dial. Seems like it's good because he has a stop click at the back.
Okay.
So he's got so he's got like a good dial. He's got that full charge, and he has healing. He plasticity, shape change, elevated, hindering movement, and then he does penetrating to everyone that adjacent. That's really good in bronze, right? Because you could kill a lot of like little things.
Phoenix Force or something with him.
Yeah, you just start
gonna move in poison. Yeah,
that's really good. And then the fact that he has a stop click at the back means that it's gonna be hard for him to die. It's gonna be hard to kill him.
And he's 7 clicks, even just it's still hard enough to one shot on your own. Exactly.
Yeah,
dude.
So I think he's also. I mean, in modern, I think he'd be fine because, he fits the bill with all of those keywords.
I'm interested to see if the maximum Carnage keyword's going to take off a little bit, or at least some of the what is it? Remember how they have the trait where they deal extra damage?
Yes, that whole thing.
That's going to be a thing.
I think it'll hit some for sure because most people are like carrying, like most of the time they're carrying somebody, or like they follow them after they move. They should. I feel like you should hit at least a couple times, unless they're just playing a tent pole and there's just 2 people. Then like
maximum Carnage trait, because it's very similar to like the other ATA.
Similar, yeah. Right. Who's the other? Okay, right. There's one more. Let's go down to that. Okay, there it is. You just missed it.
Scream?
There. Yeah. No, the Scream. This the super rare.
Isn't it Doppelganger? The other one? It's not on here.
Oh, who is it anyway? Do you know?
It's it's escaping my mind right now. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's not Spider
Venom?
Carnage.
Carnage is anti-Venom.
It's another Doppelganger. It's escaping my mind right now.
But this guy's pretty good. I think Doppelganger's all right. He's only 60 points and he's got all that. I think that's solid. This guy's a kind of a throwback to the old Doppelganger from Web of Spider-Man, but 30 points less.
I think the razor wires is going to be good board control.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it because it's so smoke cloud is free, which is always great, but only to generate one marker. If an opposing character moves through that marker at first resolution, deal that character one penetrating. So
yeah, if you're in close, it's going to be hard to avoid that, especially if you're like you put it on them.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you put it right underneath them, they technically move through it to get out, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So that's
yeah. And then it's got charge, flurry, battle fury. So
shape change. What?
You know, that's good, especially with how much shape change there is out, right? Let's look at null. I think this is one.
That is one heck of a beefy dial.
I feel like this is completely a Matt. This is a Matt Esbrook piece.
All right, let's see what Matt's going to play next. Null starts the game with the all black Necro Sword. We'll check that in a little bit. Hopefully, it's down there. Plasticity, but breakaway on +3. That's awesome. And because opposing characters have breakaway -3 instead. Okay. Shape change puts the seeds on a 4 through 6. When null KOs an opposing character after resolutions, heal 2 clicks. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that such a Matt Esbrook piece?
Dude, that really is.
Right?
Oh, dude, I wish this guy had some range.
Oh, he won't need it though. When you see more stuff. This
Stealth,
is why.
Smoke Cloud is free, but generates obscuring terrain markers. Very cool. That's dead unique. We haven't seen that before, have we?
Yeah. Nope.
So free, place null in a square of obscuring terrain within 4 squares.
Yeah, that's so. If you think about it, if he's on top click, he can do the obscuring, port 4, and then charge 6. Right.
All right.
That's a 10 square charge.
Jeez. All right. So besides Parallax and the yellow battery, what else have you seen with this guy?
Well, I mean, that was it.
All right. What's the backup plan?
Infinity Gauntlet.
Infinity Gauntlet.
But you already have everything you need.
Jeez, yeah.
Look at awesome. Look at the Necro Sword. It's the other way at the bottom. Yeah, there it is. All black sword. Yeah. All black.
Destructible. Anyone can equip it, and when unequips, it drops.
Even better.
The effect is Giant Reach 2 / When this character makes a close attack, opposing characters can't use shape change or super senses.
Oh, that's the sexiest words I've ever seen right there.
And can't reduce damage below 1. Heavy object.
So he's hitting.
He's gonna hit.
By hell or high water, if he hits, he's hitting. There's no way around it. Like if the dice, yeah, it's like if the dice hits your defense, you're taking one no matter what.
Dude, that's solid. Yeah, 15 points. I think it's worth it. Dude.
Yeah, but for him, it's for sure. I would, but for him, it's free. So
yeah, I'm just saying in general as a heavy object with the effects.
Yeah, I would definitely play that just for me because I hate super senses and shape change.
So much.
That's why Bullseye's my favorite piece from Web of Spider-Man because he said screw that.
Oh yeah. One with the super long range, right? Yeah,
the 10 range with the 12 attack, dude. You can
3 targets.
It's only one.
Only one. Okay. Thought he had 3.
That's a different one. That's a different one. So there's that, and then let's look at.
I want to look at Jack-o'-lantern. Sorry, I really like Jack-o'-lantern in the last set. He looks okay.
In the which one? In
the Civil War set.
Civil War. Oh, okay.
He was. He looks a little lackluster here. Smoke Cloud is free. Generate 3 markers.
10 attack, 60 points.
Yeah, lackluster. All right.
Let's look. I guess you know what's weird. I was gonna end up looking at all the spider dudes. We're just gonna look at all the supers. Yeah. Well, let's just go down the list real quick. Let's go look at Spider Carnage real quick. See. Okay. I think this is the one that starts with the dimensional watch, right? No, he does. No, this ain't it. Oh, no, right. This isn't him. 40 points though.
Okay, 5 clicks, 40 points.
Ain't bad.
Battle Fury, power, make 3 close attacks. Yeah. Minimum damage or maximum damage is 3.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good, you know.
So
and he still has the maximum Carnage trait.
So does that mean maximum damage that he can deal is 3, or his?
No, maximum damage value, meaning you
Okay.
could if you get critted, then you could do more. If you
Okay,
crit, you do more. It just says your value can't go above 3,
got it.
meaning you can't be like, I'm going to empower it. I think for 40 points, this guy's pretty good. I don't know, man. I mean,
Yeah, dude, the leap climb, the
Right.
sidestep.
yeah, power. Like if they don't get, he's
Wait,
going to get 3 attacks.
That's the
right?
wrong symbol.
I think that's probably the foot.
Yeah, I
Because
was like,
leap climb sidestep seems like it's the up one.
yeah, I was like, that's the wrong symbol there.
Yeah. So we already seen a mistake, but it's realms. And then then next it's
And
I
this
think
is
this
Miles
guy's,
Morales.
yeah, for sure. I think he's definitely playable. I think this 54 Spider-Man has some use. 054 Spider-Man.
Yep. Okay, so you also can secret identity into him.
Yeah. But he's the one that starts with a garbage can. And the garbage can is sick because if it gives your Spider-Man a lot of life. Think about it. Okay, so we already know about that. Okay, yeah, read this.
All right, so this object can't be added to your first, only generated. That's also something new we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
When a friendly character 040 man Spider-Man would be KO, this object is unheld. Instead, you may replace that Spider-Man with 016 Peter Parker on click 2, adjacent to that opponent. If you do, KO the slight object. Nice.
Yeah. So think about it. You start the game with Peter Parker with 4 clicks, right? He dies. He goes to Spider-Man 54. When Spider-Man 54 comes out, he puts when he comes out, he puts this on the map?
Let me read them real fast.
54.
At the beginning of the game, you may generate.
Beginning of the game, never mind.
So then he doesn't get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then it would have to be him. Okay, so you'd have to play this Spider-Man at 60, which is fine because he's 60 points. If he dies, he goes back to Peter Parker. Then when Peter Parker dies, he goes back to this guy.
Huh?
So you're going to have like 12 clicks or 10 or like, you're going to have a million clicks?
Yeah, because
right?
there's no stipulation.
The trash can goes back to this guy, correct? The trash can.
What do you mean the trash can?
The garbage can. Go to the garbage can in the bottom.
So.
Yeah, it turns in. So instead of that Spider-Man we just said, instead of he dying, he goes back to Peter Parker.
Peter Parker, yes.
2. So when that Peter Parker dies, he goes to the secret identity Spider-Man, which is the number 54 Spider-Man. So he goes to the click 9.
More of that Undying stuff that we've seen similar in the other sets.
6 plus 3 plus 3. 12. So you have to do 12 clicks to kill the 60-point Spider-Man.
Jeez. Yeah, that's good tech.
But if you kill him, you do get 85 points because I think the Peter Parker says that you get an additional 25 points if you go to the.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. And then also look at his powers. It's pretty good. Like he has a thing. He has a Batman Prime thing.
So you wouldn't score the other Parker though, right? Because you wouldn't score Parker.
It says when.
Because you score the highest point replacement.
Yeah, so it's 60, and then you get an additional 25 points.
So 85.
So you get 85. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was going through the math in my head just to make sure it worked out. Yeah, it's strong.
54.
Right. Yeah, I like that 12 up top. Excuse me.
But it's the 4 hoodlums at once. That's the one.
So 4 hoodlums at once. When Spider-Man makes a closest attack, he instead targets all opposing or all adjacent opposing characters.
So basically, he deals all of his damage to all of them. Now, because it's like Batman.
Got it. Oh,
except it's adjacent, so it's actually not as good as Batman because Batman even if they're spread out, as long as he could see them.
Yeah.
This one they have to be bunched up.
It's a little more fair.
So it's a lot. It's
like a Firelord test.
It's tough. Yeah. So they're like, so I was like, oh yeah, well, what if he gets the guy that was? So let's say the guy carried a guy and they put next to him and he hits and he's able to get this off on both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So he does 3 damage each. I said, well, that's just That's just like Flurry. Because if you hit once, you like Flurry, you're hitting two times. Essentially, if there's two guys, he's hitting two times with one roll. Right? Like one each.
Yeah, that's
so it ends up being kind of the same if you want to really break it down that way. Now, if he has Flurry on top of that, that's different. Because now he's doing double the damage. So if you give him like Arc Arms or some shit.
Charged Flurry.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy could if he doesn't die right away, he's gonna do some damage.
Yeah.
Because you can still perplex up his damage, right? He could technically do 6.
It's just really hard. I mean, I feel like if there will be somebody that's next to him, it'll be like some 3-click guy and some 5-click guy. It's not going to be 2 guys that are 8 clicks. So you're not really maximizing. You're not if it's 2 guys with 8 clicks and you're doing this on them, then you're maximizing your value because you're doing full value on them.
Yes.
Right? You're doing the full whatever. I'm going to perplex everything. But if it's like a Tri-Sentinel carrying some dude, well, you're only doing 1 to the Tri-Sentinel, and then the other damage on that guy, whatever.
Got it.
But yeah, that will definitely be interesting to see how many people fall for that.
Fireload test.
Sealed's coming up on Wednesday. We'll see.
Oh.
Or for some parts of the country, it already passed because
last Wednesday was release day.
Have you seen that meme where it's the Jurassic Park meme where the guy goes. Hey, he says, hey, because remember when he's meeting, God, I want to say Newman, the fat guy from Seinfeld, but he's that guy. He's like Dennis. His name's Dennis on the movie. He's like, the FBI agents kind of, or like whatever. He's kind of like, hey man, we're trying to keep this on the low key. And he's like, hey, look, he's here. He's like, see, nobody cares. You seen that one? So it's like this. So it's like the meme is like, hey, look, he broke street date. See, Wizkids doesn't care. Like that was the meme.
Yeah. I was like,
so it's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like that because obviously it's happens all the time and like nothing happens.
I don't know. It bugs me, but that's how I feel. It said it bugs me, but that's how I feel.
Well, yeah, but I don't understand. Like, it should bug you.
Yeah,
but you don't have to say that's just me.
No, I didn't. I didn't mean to say that's just me. I said that's how I feel.
That it means that like, as if there's like an alternative feeling to breaking street date. Like, yeah, of course. Like, duh.
I didn't mean to say that's just me. I meant to say that's how I feel.
Yeah, but I'm saying is that's how everyone should feel.
But everyone doesn't.
Because no. They don't. Maybe they don't. No. I'm saying is like the people that do it. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying is like, I guess what I'm saying is like it shouldn't come to to me it's like saying, how would I say this? Well, to me I don't like hitting people. Like, well, yeah, you shouldn't be hitting people. You don't need to say that to me. It's like, we know that if you're any kind of decent person, like we know, like that's how it's supposed to be. Obviously, it's not like that, but you don't need to qualify your statement by saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, like, we know that they're assholes, but you don't need to qualify by saying, well, it's just me. I don't steal.
No,
we know that you shouldn't steal. We know people do, but you don't need to say that because it would like the alternative would be like it's okay to steal. No.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. You don't need to do that. You don't need to. You should actually say, yeah, fuck those guys for breaking street date. That's what you should be saying because you're a store owner. So
fuck those guys for breaking street date.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of people out there that like I don't know if you've seen Rob Peterson post all the time when people do that. I would too if I just didn't have other things to worry about.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel his pain, and I do want to do something about it. But what is there to do? There is no recourse for this, and there's no like what there's no punishment. There's no consequences for what they're doing, so they're just gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, because from what I understood, it was Diamond that fucked up and shipped it out early.
Right. Well, no, they've been doing this though. The problem is you're just not supposed to sell it until it breaks, until the street date comes. Because when you get it, it says, like on your contract, it says don't sell until it comes out.
Yeah.
Because when we get ours early, I don't sell it until Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. Midnight.
It just stays. Yeah. At the earliest I'll do it is a midnight. I used to do midnight openings.
Yeah,
but
it's rough now.
Yeah, so I don't do that anymore. But I always do Wednesday. I never do it before. So I mean, but it just sucks because like for all of us that are doing it the right way, we have all these fucking assholes that have like no disregard for like any kind of etiquette or rules or anything like that, just to make a quick buck. And that's stupid, because if they get caught and if they get in trouble, which I don't think they would, just because obviously they don't, because it keeps happening, it would stop. But I know in Magic, if they do that, they crack down and you're like blacklisted for a while. That's why you don't see street date broken in Magic very often, if ever, because if it happens, they report, and it's like, talk about the snitch hotline. They will go, like the people will go report them and they'll get caught, and then they're just like screwed. Just like bam, 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 they're fucked, right? So, yeah,
that's bad.
Anyway, I'll get off the soapbox. Let's move on to Superior.
So Venom Captain Marvel, anything special there? She got problems.
Let's look at Superior real quick.
Oh, my bad. I skipped over that one.
He's look at charge like 85 points. I think he's solid.
Charge for plasticity. He's got those Waldo arms.
Yep. Charge for plasticity, solid. He's got perplex though.
Giant Reach 2. At the beginning of your turn, you may roll a d6. This character has a listed effect until your next turn. 1 to 2, modify attack and defense +1. 3 to 4, and cap is free. And a 5 or 6, free make a close attack. This is a heavy object.
Yeah,
that's strong.
I mean, 3, 4, 5, 6, he gets free attacks. And then 1, 2, he gets attack and defense +1.
What I like is even rolling a 1, there's no negative effect.
Yeah, that's what
typically in the past, rolling ones on any of these, you have like a negative effect, even with like the Infinity Gauntlet stuff, right? So for 10 points, it's almost like really a flurry. Good. Yeah, it's like a pseudo flurry.
And he already has flurry, so putting this on him,
it's like a triple flurry.
I think he's gonna be pretty sick in sealed.
Oh my god!
Because he's gonna hit like 3 times
with perplex.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal, dude.
Something's dying. assuming you don't draft any other perplex from your boosters.
Jesus. Yeah. Okay. Venom Captain Marvel is I think she's solid too, because for me it's the Steel Energy as a trait.
So hold on, wait. This is calling help from the Venomverse. Is this similar to the other one?
Not the same. Because this one is calling the Venomverse, and the other one is calling help from the Venomverse! !
Oh man, it's all right. So the difference between the exclamation point, which is obviously better compared to this one. So the other one, you could do it whenever, at any point in the game when you hit. This, no other character has been placed.
No, however, this is still better, because the Venomverse is once per turn for everyone.
Okay.
This one, if you hit multiple times, you could keep triggering this as long as you haven't been placed. So if you go back to, let's look up just look up Venom Rocket. Oh, Rocket. There you go. So Venom Rocket, there you go, up there. Okay. So he has Venomverse with an exclamation point. This says he once per turn. Okay. Meaning, if you roll it once and you don't get it, you can't do it again.
Okay, I got it.
So the other one is actually better, because you can do it. If you have a flurry, you can do it, right? Because I think it says whenever they hit, right? Okay, I guess we could go back to the...
That shouldn't be that's an epic action for improved targeting. Sorry.
It's realms.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Captain
Marvel. Sorry.
It says whenever she hits an opposing character, which means if she has flurry, she can trigger this twice. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means you have 2 chances of rolling 3 through 6, provided that you haven't placed anyone else.
Okay.
So this is actually better than the other one because you can roll it multiple times in a turn.
Okay, I'm seeing it.
The other one says once per turn, and I think they realized how bad that was because it's once per turn.
Yeah.
Now, if it was once per turn for each guy that had it, I think that's better.
That's doable, yeah, for sure.
But they said once per turn for everyone? Well, then now it sucks. Because now there's no reason to play, more. This one is cool.
I wish they would have backwards errated it like they did with the title characters.
Where they said this is how it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that would have made things.
And how dumb is like if you're not really paying attention, you're not going to realize that there is a difference because the exclamation and not.
That's the only difference.
Insane. Yeah, that's the only difference. So, like, if you think you could do the other one with this, it's not going to work. They're like, no, it doesn't work.
I know. When we were looking at it last night, I was just like, oh, yeah, it's the only difference.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, I know. Come on, man.
Come on, flavor text, guys. Flavor text.
Like, change it a little. Like, Anyway, yeah. Then it would have been easier if they just errated it to be that way.
Who knows?
Okay. Doctor Strange.
Let's see. Full points, 90 points. Defenders, Mystics.
I think you play him at the low, though.
All right. 45. Yeah, okay. Leadership prop.
Boom. And then the Venom help is from your sideline.
Shot TK anymore. From the sideline.
Well, no, you couldn't. Is range TK was always a power.
I thought it was a range before. No?
No, it was always a power.
I was wrong then. Venomverse, Doctor Strange.
From your sideline includes Venom. Yeah, that's cool because you can just bring you just have random Venom guys in the sideline, right?
Venom Hulk. Oh, it's points, right? Never mind. So 45. It's what, still, Baby Groot?
There's still it could just be even like one of these lower point Venom guys that just have like maybe they just have like a 40-point charge flurry guy. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool, right?
It's solid. 40
there is. But yeah, Venom Groot's probably, because speaking of him, here he is. Ta-da! The guy that's going to change how Atom and Micron are played now.
Plasticity and shape change. Let's see. Calling help from the Venomverse. We know what that does without the exclamation point. He is regrown from a twig and from a drop.
That's funny.
When Venom Groot is KO'd, instead of putting him in your KO area, turn him to click 1 and put him on his card. This game, when another friendly character uses call in help from the Venomverse,
no exclamation.
No explanation, and succeeds, they may instead choose to place Venom Groot from this card.
Yeah,
he is scored each time.
That's cool. And then, but the other part is that's awesome. Stats are amazing, but then this last part's why.
Fly traps and vine snares. He is tiny. When an opposing character is placed within 4 squares of Venom Groot, choose 1. Modify that character's attack -2 this turn, or after resolution, deal that character 1 penetrating damage. If that character occupies printed hindering terrain, choose both.
Yikes.
Ouch.
So,
let's go obscuring.
Why this person is better? Why this is better than Valeria?
No line of fire.
No line of fire. That's number 1. That's like probably the most important one, because Valeria, you can avoid her by just moving around her line of fire. This one, you can't stop it. Number 2, he's not unique, so you can play multiples of him, and then it'll trigger multiple times. And number 3, he doesn't die. He just comes back as long as you have another Venom guy. So if you actually have 2 Groots, they can like take turns bringing each other over
back.
And that's only 70 points. And I think the number 4 reason, it's a combination of he's tiny, so you carry him around. But his stats are 11, 18, 3, 11, 18, 3, 10, 18, 3, 2, whatever, with poison. Yeah. Valeria can't really attack. He can.
This guy's beast.
Yeah, and when you're calling him from the Venomverse, he's basing them right away. So if they don't deal with him, he's gonna get poison off.
Oh my god.
And
Yeah.
he has plasticity shape change. So it's like really hard to fight this thing.
Red battery.
And they're just gonna come back again. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. I think this guy, yeah, for sure. He's like Grasshopper.
Ooh.
But
All
I think we should see it definitely this guy being played a lot in Modern and Bronze. Also because he's a monster.
Thanks.
As if monsters need, they need more help. Like there's just so much. There's so much monster love in this set.
Yeah, the past year and a half, there's been
Just monsters, yeah.
significant increase. All right, Venom Ghost Spider. Does she have cool traits? Giant reach 3.
Yeah.
If Venom Ghost Spider has no action tokens,
flurry.
Venom Flurry. Yeah, she's lackluster.
All right. Just kind of, yeah. What else we got?
Red Goblin. Okay. Oh, dude.
So, the 100. Oh, there it is. We have a new winner.
Oh my god. This is the one. 110 point Colin.
Oh, we have a new one.
We got Widow. Colin Widow right now. Go.
Hey, can you go to 60E?
Yeah. 50?
Does it? Does it matter? Like what? So when he comes in, do we choose what? When he goes to the what I'm saying is when he goes to the secret identity, do we just identify like how many points he's going to be? 50 or 110?
When you replace a character, you have to put them on their highest point dial, right? Unless otherwise specified.
No, but the secret identity dial is the same for both.
But you still have to place them on their highest point dial when they're replaced, otherwise noted, and you just go to click 9. So they're at 110 point dial on click 9.
Okay.
Right? That's how I would interpret it.
I didn't know that because it says go to 9. It doesn't say go to click 1 and then go. It just says go to that.
It's replacement, right?
What does the replacement say on like Harry Osborn? Look at Harry Osborn or Norman, yeah.
So when Norman Osborn would be KO'd, you may instead replace him. Yeah, so replacement, unless otherwise specified, is the highest point line.
Okay. All right. I mean, I didn't know
that. Yeah, that's why the whole Fantastic Four thing with Invisible Woman has to be at the higher point line. When they replace, they can't replace at you can have a lower point on your starting line, but when the replacer has to be at their highest point starting line. Like IDs specifically say they can be at any point line, starting line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but IDs aren't replacing though, so we're not talking about the same thing.
You're right.
About replacement. So, but if that's what it is, that's what it is. Yeah. I mean that would make sense, but I didn't know that. I thought you'd have to specify on which.
Maybe it's sideline characters.
I would always do 110 anyway, but
yeah.
So that way, like, I can leadership on lower point guys if I had leadership.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to who are we at? We're Red Goblin. Yeah, he gets
2 objects.
Okay. Yeah, he's 2.
So pumpkin bombs, Carnage, and Goats. Yeah.
It's still energy. He can reduce my. I don't know how. I mean, like he has blades, right? With a 4 damage, it's almost like a waste.
All right. So I don't even like blades with a 3.
Yeah. So then you have 4.
Yeah.
It's like why?
Pointless.
Who cares? Let's do 4.
And he has exploit.
Yeah. So what the fuck? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay. Bad design, guys. But yeah. So the defense power makes me nervous just because of Widow.
Yeah.
So.
Done.
Yeah. All right. Spider-Man 2099.
This guy's not bad.
Ooh, 19 super senses. That's always solid. Knockback. When Spider-Man 99 is given a move action and moves 5 or less square, he can use Flurry at no cost.
What does the watch do? Let's take a look at the watch real quick.
Dimensional watch. Anyone can.
Okay.
Yeah, phasing.
Oh, and it calls in the Spider-Verse thing. I get it. Spider-Man family.
Oh, cool. So it's like a free trigger then, without having to attack, right?
When this hits, you have to hit.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, so it triggers the Spider-Man. Got it. That's cool. And it's from on the map, right? Not from sideline?
It's just on the map.
Yeah.
Place another friendly character.
That's cool.
So that's good because that's a good 5-point watch to play like later on if you just have like Spider-Man's in the back and you just run up front and just try to roll the pop up. It'll be funny is you give that to like Vulture and he starts hitting everybody and you could like call in everywhere.
God,
that's fun. That's funny. I think that's hilarious.
Oh jeez. All right.
You get to roll like 3 times to see if he plays them.
Jeez.
What do we got here? Okay, now we're on Spider. Okay,
Gwenevere.
these are the chases, right?
Yes.
These are
First
all
chase.
the ones. They're all like 60 points, and they all turn generic keywords into Spider Family.
Keyword cheating. All right, so I have a question. So if you have multiple chases, and then will they all pull into one family, or do you have to choose one? Right, you get to pull them all.
They also it says gain. It doesn't say they lose anything else. They just get them. It's just gaining is just adding.
Okay.
So all armor people also have Spider-Man family also on top of whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like adding another line to your keyword.
Nice. Okay, so this can be very potentially abusable.
Yeah, for sure. And all these theme teams, leadership, especially because when they have leadership, that means you can like leadership all your, like basically all your guys.
Dude, yeah, because some of these keywords, it's leadership is definitely a hard come up.
Yeah.
All right. So first chase, this
Not
is
bad.
Gwenevere.
She's okay. It's 60 points. I mean, like it's it's charge blades. It's already like right. Every time we see charge blades, like
yeah.
If it's a charge blades with a 1 damage, you're like, all right, let's go. But then you better be like 40 points, not.
Yeah, I was gonna say if she had 1 damage, she'd be at least 10 points cheaper.
Yeah.
And it'd be doable. All right, so we'll pass.
Order the Venom.
90 or 60.
Yeah.
60, right?
Yeah, I think you always got to go with the low because you try to fit everything in.
And as much as you can.
Yeah, as much you can. I mean, dude, he's got plasticity.
Yeah, you're not getting that much more for.
Yeah.
Outwit Perplex, that's what you're looking for. And
wait
opposing
a minute.
characters.
Can you go up to Leonardo the Venom one more time? I mean the big one. Okay, so he has. Okay, never mind. That's kind of cool. All right, let's go to the small one. So he goes from running shot to a charge.
Mm-hmm.
See, now this works, right? Because he has 2 damage and he has charge flurry blades. Okay, let's go.
It's totally reasonable.
Right?
I get why there's blades.
And now there's Outwit Perplex. That's really good.
And when an opposing character uses Outwit or Perplex, their maximum range is 4.
Yeah. I think this. Oh, he's a monster, and what does he? He makes scientists. So he could just be on a monster team too. I mean, she is Outwit Perplex and Flurry. Oh Jesus. Oh, he's also here. Here's the. Oh, he's 60 points though. But like, he's one of the guys that you want to call in from the Venomverse.
Yeah.
So that he can come over and do his Flurry Blades bullshit.
The Venovivian Man.
The Venuvian Man.
Venuvian Man.
It's supposed to be play off the Vitruvian Man.
Got it. Very cool. So Flurry plasticity shape change. When Leonardo Da Vinci makes an attack roll of doubles and hits, choose one. The attack is a critical hit, or after resolutions, unequip
dude,
all
good.
equipment.
I think that's really good. You want to get that trouble alert? You want to get that troublemaker? Mm-hmm. Then you do this, or you want to get rid of their fucking whatever spin ring and shit. Or
so whatever. Your odds of rolling doubles are significantly higher than
with Flurry.
I like it.
I like that. So, of course, he's only 4 points, 4 clicks. So I am a little worried about that. But the amount of like stuff that this guy can do is pretty nuts. I like it.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna do some cool stuff. But he's a huge target.
Yeah, for 4. Yeah, this is the
police.
Yeah, this is the police one.
Oh, so I don't have to play Central City Police anymore, or Central City. To have
a Spider-Man family, and so you can all the police could be Spider-Man family. Yeah, from all the different universes.
Jeez.
Can use shape change, but only for range attacks.
So this style's a little deeper.
Yeah, he's okay, but I like the part where they can't make range attacks. But I mean, if you're playing a police team, then obviously this guy's gonna be good.
So how do you give a webgun token?
You have to hit.
Okay. So I was going to say, if you could prevent Green Arrow from shooting you if you can't make range, but he's not on the board.
You know what? Oh, no, they have to use shape change to succeed. Never mind.
Okay. So Fastest
that's
webs in
even-
the West.
Ugh.
When Miles West and adjacent friendly characters... Oh, Miles West and adjacent friendly characters can use shape change, but only for range attacks. So on Miles West and Miles West and adjacent friendly character use shape change exceed after resolutions give attacker a web gun. Web gun can't make range attacks.
But you have to succeed, so it's like,
So you got a third chance of
yeah.
of
But
getting out of there.
I think it'd be better if it was when you attacked, because then
Yeah.
you can control it.
And Green Arrow would still get to pick another target because you don't get the token until after resolution.
So that's
it's not
not-
that good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, moving on. Spider Harami. Hammerami. Okay. We got look at that movement. Jeez. 12 charge. 12 attack.
So this is martial
gets
artist.
So I don't have to play Foot Clan anymore. Let's see. Crow and Nin hunting. Blades cost fangs. At the beginning of your game, choose an opposing character or team ability. Free make a close attack, but
That's hilarious.
only to target the chosen character or the chosen team ability. That is great.
That's just funny. It's just free. Make attack. Close attack. Like, wow.
Dude, he's got 12 for 3 up top. That's really
attacks.
strong. It's basically move in and attack.
Yep. Or charge in and then do it because he moves so damn far.
Jeez,
Like,
yeah.
12.
Character.
Yeah, elevated hindering. And then the defense is pretty good. It's reflexes, and then like they can't, if they're next to each other, they can't target or something. I think that's good.
If Spider Hami is adjacent exactly to one opposing character, and neither is adjacent to another character, other characters can't be moved, placed adjacent to either of them, and can't target either of them.
Yeah,
I like that. Bushido or Bushipa-Udo honor.
Bushido honor.
Bushido honor. There you go.
So that's I mean, and it's a reflexes for 20, so they got to fight like mano a mano.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
that's solid.
Yeah, precision strike. Yeah, I think he's good. 60 points. Definitely if you're a martial artist, because now I could play bullseye with this guy.
Hey,
bullseye, baby. All right.
All right.
And then here's I think this is the guy. We play him at 50. I think this is the best one. I think he's the best one. Might be. You know why? He's the only guy that has a stop click.
Yeah, I was looking at the other one. I was like, he's got 2 stop clicks, 75. That's not bad.
So number one, he's the cheapest one, and number 2, he has a stop click.
Dude, stop clicks are great.
This guy just might be better than all of them. But yeah, so he makes soldiers, which is already amazing.
Actually, yeah, I was just thinking soldiers. I was like, that's a lot. Really strong. All right, he's got the call and help from the Spider-Verse.
Good.
What that does.
That's
the general that founded a nation. Leadership success. Opposing forces have action total -1, minimum 2. So opposing characters within 6 squares can't use leadership or autonomous.
That's
huge,
dude.
With this set, the amount of autonomous they put in the common uncommon stuff, that is huge. Oh my god!
And then things like when Jason calls in chaos, he can't. It doesn't count. Like it counts.
It counts, yeah.
Yeah. And then now that you don't have leadership, you don't get the +1, and now you're -1. And then he has a stop with combat reflex toughness, and then he has perplex. We'll ignore the blades charge for this scenario because he's good at everything else. But normally charge blades is not that great. But the fact that he has perplex, shoot, fine, I'll take it. But also, like, he's only 50 points, right? All the other ones we've seen are 60 or more, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 50 points is
that's
more
really
par
huge.
with like Cap Venom.
Yeah, that's really huge. And then he has leadership. So he has leadership, super senses, and perplex, and he has the action limiting ability. I think this guy's going to be definitely played.
Yeah, so
it's a lot
like you said, you can't use the leadership. So you say you go from 4 actions, right? So you're down to 3, and now the -1 kicks in. So you're really at 2. So it's like a net -2, right?
Yes, because as long as he's within 6.
Yeah, that could be very impressive.
Also, people that rely on like autonomous guys to move is not going to work anymore.
And he's not unique, right?
So let's play 6 of them.
Seems a little excessive, sir.
Oh my god!
All right, let's look at Iron Pharaoh.
This one right here. I like this one. I want this one.
All right. So establishing theme teams. Your starting force with Ruler. Yeah, I wanted Ruler. Okay,
But
that's
it's all the other stuff. Why?
all right. Help with the fighter spurt.
Okay, that's
Calling
good.
help from the Spider-Verse. We know.
Okay. He's the only taxi.
So carry my armies to battle. Phasing.
I might want this guy, dude. Like
passenger 3.
Okay,
Queen.
that's good, right? Now
of
look at
all
this.
that light touches. Empower, enhancement, leadership, probability control.
Done. Let's go home.
Jeez. Okay.
Go home. And he's got 4 damage. Let's go.
Yeah, 4 damage, 11 precision.
Dude. Like, you know what's crazy is he's 60 points, and this
Jessica
is
Drew.
she.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be 60 points a support piece, right? Because if you think about it, it carries, it makes people ruler into Spider Friends, and it has empower, enhancement, leadership prop. All of that does all support. And you look at the stats 11, 11, 18, 4. What? That's not a support piece. That's a beatdown piece. Holy shit.
It's like a secondary attacker. Tertiary attacker.
Oh my god. Your secondary attacker does 4 damage base. That's intense.
It's probably a bigger beat stick than your main attacker.
Yeah, exactly. 4, like probably your main attacker, you need to pump him to 4, right? This guy she just has 4. So I like that. I like this piece a lot.
And ruler has been one of the strongest keywords for the past year.
So Jason needs more help. Jesus, come on now. So what? This guy's carrying 2 Jasons with her? Oh no.
That's dirty.
No.
Give this guy some charge.
Oh god. Oh,
charge or running shot, 6 range. That's even better.
You don't even need to, because you're just carrying them up. Jason does his thing and then she shoots after. Because Jason's making pogs, so they have to deal with the pogs and then just could shoot after.
Jeez.
Ugh. Dude, you know what's crazy? Because it's enhancement and Jason can call in Chaos. Chaos is doing 5 damage now. That's stupid. 11 attack, 5 damage because of the enhancement. Get out of here.
Prop.
Oh, prob. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm in.
All right, Viking.
This is Warriors or what?
Warriors.
Pirates? Yeah. Okay.
Pirates and Warriors. Hey, all right. So colossal stamina, still energy when Spider Viking KOs an opposing character.
I think that's a cool ability.
And equipment is dropped after resolutions. He may equip it. That's cool. Calling help from the Spider-Verse. He's got that Berserker Rage, toughness. Spider Viking takes a maximum of 1 damage from range attacks.
Except against Green Arrow.
And he got Dolphin? That'll make sense.
It's a Viking, I guess.
I
mean, they're coming from the ocean, so I guess.
They come out of boats, man. They don't swim.
Yeah. Still, I mean, they're pirates. Most pirates have the dolphin thing, right? Like in this, in Heroclix.
I cannot comment on that because I don't know. The only pirate that I know is Deadpool Pirate. Does he have it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't want to look.
So this guy,
tangent.
I think this guy's fine. I like the when you hit, they can take the equipment, or when they KO afterwards. He may take it from them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
You can call him in 60 points. It's not bad, right?
Yeah, but he actually has to KO them to be able to get to drop it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he has to KO. If he just hit, I think it's fine. Okay, and then Steampunk is the last one. I think that's probably solid.
So that's a full dial here, 65 points, and let's check out the lower point, 45.
Yeah.
And when establishing robots, so she has improved movement, characters, and elevated. When Steampunk Penny hits an opposing, got that Spider-Verse.
It's Virus and then Perplex.
Engineered solutions, Perplex. When Steampunk Penny uses Perplex to target another friendly character when the Spider-Man keyword and doesn't choose damage, you may roll a d6. Instead, modify the chosen value by half the result.
That's really good because you're like, if you roll a 3 or more, you're getting double Perplex. You roll a 5 or more, you're getting triple Perplex.
45 points.
Yeah, that's solid. And with a good damage reduce, invuln. Yeah. I think for sure, like, robot teams are gonna play, because you know what that does? It makes robot teams themed It also now gives them prob. Remember that was the problem with playing the robot teams.
Yeah.
There's no prob.
So
They have to play like what was it? They have to play like time gem just to give them prob.
yeah.
Now you just have it.
So you could replace Sabretooth.
Yes, that's such an easy change. You're
Yeah.
done. I like that. But what's I think so obviously this and Pharaoh in 1776. I think Leonardo Da Vinci was okay too, right? Did we say Leonardo Da Vinci was okay?
Yeah, he's a scientist. Scientist is
Yeah,
solid.
yeah, and like yeah, with the flurry plasticity shape change, I would that's
yeah. So like half of them are solid.
That's not bad. For sure.
6 or 4, 6 or 8. 6.
What's
right?
that?
Yeah, I was counting the chases. Is there 6 or 8?
8.
1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 8 of them. So that's pretty good. I mean, they have to because these are fake. You know that?
Yes.
They're not real.
Yes, they 100% designed by WizKids.
So they have to make them good, or else people just be like, what?
Yeah. Who's this?
Yeah, and then I think that's basically it, right? Because the illusion generators, like if you roll shape change, you get an illusion, which is okay. I don't think that's good. If this was like shape change on 4 through 6, and then you get that.
Yeah. Here's the illusion. They have shape change themselves. 10. Yeah. It's and with incap, so it's very similar to the Pogs that the LE Mysterio generated, right?
Yeah.
Except for
no team
they
ability.
have the team ability.
Oh, that's
these look to be autonomous because they're missing the symbol. So it could be okay.
So that was I think there's a lot of play. Obviously, there's a lot of great call-ins. That's everyone got to get in bronze. Got to get that Spider-Man ID card. Because are they all Peter Parker?
No, I know specifically that the Viking is
Peter. Okay, that's Peter.
This Steampunk Penny is Penny Parker.
Okay, that's not.
Pharaoh is Jessica Drew.
Jessica
Miguel.
Drew.
Yeah,
hold on. So Jessica Drew's they can play the
Spider-Woman
ID.
So yeah, Spider call in for enhancement leadership prob. That's
okay. Yeah. Oh jeez.
Peter Porker, that won't work. And Miles Morales will not work.
Okay. No.
And Eddie Brock, which would work for the Venom ID. Correct?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
For Leonardo Da Vinci.
Oh, you know what? I don't know. I think that's actually Agent Venom. The ID card. I think it's Flash Thompson.
One of them should be Eddie, though, right?
No, there's only one Venom ID card.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, type in Venom, and then look, WizKids Marvel. I think you just missed it.
Oh.
Up top. Oh no, M50. Oh, you know what? It's from Nick Fury. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it doesn't have a real name.
Oh, then it just has to be Venom then. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's
Flash
Thompson, yeah. Because that picture, that's Agent Venom's picture.
You're very right.
Yeah, I guess you can make it bigger if you want to see it. But definitely, because those are. So I think we're going to see a big splash of Spider-Man theme teams. Okay, what are you playing, Spider-Man Family? What are you playing, Spider-Man?
That's all Modern's gonna. It's what Modern's gonna turn into.
It's just gonna be all Spider-Man Family. But then you're like, it's a different Spider-Man family because I'm like scientist.
It's all gonna function differently.
Yeah, but it's like when you look it up, like what's everybody playing? Spider-Man Family.
It's a good theme.
I think in bronze though, there should be a lot of cool little interactions, especially now with all the cool ID cards you can call in. But there's a lot of shape change, man. There's so much shape change going on.
Bring your Battle Fury.
Yeah, people's got to start playing Battle Fury or just have guys that just can't use shape change within 4. I think it's Flash Thompson that does that. It's either Flash Thompson. One of them says can't use shape change. The other one says can't use super senses.
Yeah, we looked at those.
The secret identity guys. So those need to be. I think if there's going to be a lot more of this Venom Spider-Man stuff, you gotta put those in.
Yeah, there's Flash that can't use shape change, and I believe Gwen Stacy that says you can't use super senses.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's a review for Modern and Bronze. I'm sure there's a lot of things missing. I'm sure someone will come up with something in a mock. Speaking of mocks, we had a couple this week.
Yeah.
It's all bronze all the time until not limited, all the time until the qualifier, because the qualifier is coming up really soon, and it's regular bronze. So we might as well give you guys practice.
Yeah. Can I go to regular view? I don't want to see that. That's fine. All right. So, because I'm in like the
Can you
administrative
can't
stuff.
do it as a visitor.
Nope. I don't know how to do it. It's fine. All right. Paul Cote won on Thursday with his Avenger plus 5 theme. He had 100-point Chase Black Widow, 75-point Coulson from the Captain Marvel movie Gravity Feed, 50-point Steve Rogers, 30-point Valeria Von Doom, 10-point Giant Girl Uncommon with the 5-point Spin Ring, 13 points of ID cards, which was Green Arrow, Storm, Cyclops. Wait for it, guys. This is a new one. Sinestro Core Power Battery.
Wait, go up. Let's talk about it. Okay, yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, so I heard him talking about it a little bit, and they're like, most of the call-ins are under 100 points, and that's what Black Widow has to worry about, right?
Look at that.
A little Trash Bros tech right there, guys.
Nice.
But yeah, most of the good call-ins, unless they're playing a major tentpole, are under 100 points.
Dude, that's some good like next level thinking there. Good job, Paul.
Yeah, very strong. Yeah. So he took it to victory on Thursday.
He made Valeria into Avenger.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Nice. Okay. All right. I like it.
And
here we go. It's the return of the Baby Jet.
Baby Jet came to SmackDown. Almost had that one. 6 points. So Quinjet, Resource, 70-point Captain America. You guys know her as Sam Cap. Steve Rogers, the Ultron, Goro, the 6-arm, Shield Diplomat, Pocket Tank, the Bookcase. Wouldn't be an Adam Friedman team without that.
Always.
5-point Spin Mandarin Ring, 36 points of ID cards. He's got Lex Luthor, Shield level 7, Batman, Green Arrow, Beast Student, Iceman Student, Black Widow, and then Zatanna. Obviously, I missed deleting that part. And yeah, dude, solid team, man.
Jeez.
I will say it took all of his IDs to
get through. That's usually what it takes to beat a team like that. I mean, that's what they're all there for.
I was like, dang. I was like, I was hanging on there. So Adam and I played in the finals. I was playing the Phoenix Shredders. I switched it up this time, and we decided not to play Peace Machine, and we put in that Black Leopard.
Yep.
Which is
to make it a warrior theme.
Oh, yeah.
Warrior theme.
So yeah, I had some fun playing that today, and yeah, Adam got me. So, but I would expect nonetheless from the national champ.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, it was fun.
So these are two teams I gotta, I think for sure Quinjet should be on the rise in my opinion, because there's a lot more to call in.
Yeah.
So I think that people should be preparing for the Quinjet.
So I like Adam's little tech here because he uses Lex Luthor instead of Giant Girl for that first 10-point call-in.
The Trouble Alert.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, because you can get the Batman enemy, Superman enemy, right? So you get that wit.
Yeah. Wait, the Lex?
Yeah.
He just has outwit, I think, right? Oh no, he doesn't have outwit, does he? Does he just have outwit, or? I think he has. I think it might be enhancement. I don't know. Maybe.
I think. Yeah, can use Superman.
Okay. I thought the inspiration. I got it.
Yeah.
But he's calling him that guy, right?
Yeah, he's calling him this one.
Okay.
And enhancement if he wants to call something else in.
And everybody has, and then so he just outwits their life.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, really strong team. Definitely hard to take down. And watch out for that bookcase, guys. Watch out for the bookcase. So yeah, what I did is I moved up right next to it. I was like, all right, if you want to move up right next to me, that's fine. But I lost a Black Leopard. All right. Do you want to talk about the qualifier some more?
Yeah.
Just to
let's
hype it up.
Yeah. We haven't really talked about it since we actually announced it.
Okay.
We just said it was coming, but this is the actual
announcement.
Yeah.
So I just want to make
So,
sure we're
14
on the open.
days.
Yeah, we're on the openseries.majesticcg.com. So scroll down underneath our wonderful 14-day click down, and then it says click here for details and registration.
September 21st, baby.
It's loading. Here we are. All right. Yeah, so very similar to last time, except for this format is bronze, as you can see, 300 points Bronze Age. No spells, traps, no horde tokens, and print and play are only allowed for ATA, but hey, we're playing online.
Yeah, so
ban list has been updated. In case you guys haven't heard, plastic explosives, the resource side, are banned. Adam and I shot a bunch of videos this weekend showing you guys why it is banned. That should come out pretty soon. I got to do some editing. And then if you guys haven't caught up, Bat Signal is also on the ban list. Everything else is the same the past couple months.
And then the map list, we
Archer.
updated it. It's the same as what we've had in the last, but we've updated it in terms of our rotation.
Yeah.
But we added the new stuff from the Ultron, the Masters of Evil set.
It's right here.
And and I feel like we should probably add at some point. Oh no, because we don't have it. We don't have the map for the Spider-Man set, so we're fine.
It's true. Yeah, they they canceled the OP set.
Yeah, so we're okay.
And we're still waiting on the Mallman maps.
Yeah. Well, for us, I mean, it's already because a lot of they've already been released. Did you get yours already?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've already been given. They've been given them out already. Like
okay, yeah. I happened to check today, and it was still not on.
Yeah, well, this is for us.
Okay, so we'll add it to the list.
We go by our list.
Got it.
So it's a location bonus map, so it's fine. And then tournament structure. Yeah, the Robinson Park is only post. Yeah. We use the Discord, the Roll20s. They may use it as long as they ask us. We can give them access to be GMs. And you must have an outside person, observing judge, blah, blah, blah. We'll group in pods of 4, 3 rounds around robin. You have like a week to be able to do it. Top 2 from each pod will advance to single elimination, 50-minute rounds. End of game procedures, last round. And important dates. September 20th is the deadline for build sheets and payment. As of today, the 7th, we have 2 players signed up. But I know there's a lot more because they've all messaged asking, how do I get the build sheet? And then round robin begins the 21st, the 26th it ends, and then the 27th single elimination begins. October 4th, we'll have our finals. Pretty simple, and then down low is like how we have the pods set up there, and that's the map. Boom.
So it was paused last time, and this is that beautiful Clock Tower 2015
cool,
map.
Man. We will give this out, and then that's basically it. Yeah, we had to cut it from top 8 to top 4 this time around because it was just like we're just like losing money having to send out because we're only charging $5 and we're not getting like 100 players. If we were, then it'd be easier to give all these maps away and all the pricing. But I think it's fine because we're still giving away top 4 and top 8. We're still giving our Dyson tokens and stuff like that. But I think that's it. I don't know. Is there anything else that we need to cover?
No.
Okay.
No. I think that's it.
Sweet. So everybody, please sign up. If you guys want to play in the mocks Thursdays and Sundays, 7 and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, respectively. It's $5 to enter. Just let us know, submit it, and submit your team. Everything's going to be set. Everything's going to be planned. We will have our flyers, and we will have the new location cards soon. Been working with Corey on that. Nice. But I think it should be good. I don't know if we'll get this because like bronze is a little bit more intimidating than limited. So we might not get the 44 players that we got last time, but I feel like we can easily hit 30.
Yeah, for sure.
Because people still want to try different things, and it should be fun. So I'll also be on the lookout for like that FAQ on our forum because we need to answer a lot of things.
Yeah, I've been working with Adam and then get Steve involved.
Yeah,
to finish that up.
Cool, man. Sounds good. All right, guys. That's it. Until next time, when in doubt, perplex the attack.
Don't forget to practice rolling your dice, guys. Take it easy.
Shake it, Cali. West Coast.